Good afternoon, folks. I'm Michael Futzbutter, and I would like to tell you about the interesting marketing behind hi-fi industry. It's quite interesting. The first thing is that you need lots of money, and you are going to need a bunch of boxes and a bunch of cables and a bunch of stuff that quite frankly will make you very popular in the forums. If you list all your gear, you will be quite liked because your resume will consist of your list of hi-fi gear and equivalent amounts spent on that hi-fi gear. It's a great way to go ahead and show your virtues by showing everybody what you have, your stuff, if you will. So, anyways, without further ado, no way, man, this ain't me. See ya.
Hey everybody, what's up? OCD Mikey, hi-fi guy here. Just making a quick video for you while I'm on a road trip here up to the Blue Ridge Mountains. If you think that my last two videos said that that I think digital is better than vinyl, you're Stugats. You're not listening, okay? I never said that, and that's not at all the point. So while people love to make me the bad guy and love to get the bad narrative about me, that's not at all what I said, and that's not what the message was. The message was for new people. First of all, let me make a point. I'm trying to get more people into this as a hobby. I'm not trying to exclude people by having these exclusive, uppity, up-nose, really expensive gear clubs, crony clubs, or whatever you want to call them. That is typically how this industry has become. You're just nothing unless you've got some a resume listed by your name with all the crap that you've bought and all the things that you own, all the stuff you got. Okay, that somehow gives you credibility. For people coming in that are new to this, that go to those forums, that think that that's what being the cool guys or being into hi-fi is all about, is that you have to go spend an arm and a leg. No, that's absolutely not true. If you want to be an archaic caveman and you want to cross across your room and pull records off a wall and put them back and forth, and that's your only way of listening, all the power to you. Go for it. You are a caveman. And there's nothing wrong with being a caveman. Ooh, I get you. Okay? But this message, if I'm dissing on anybody or I'm pointing out anybody, it's the people that have this holier than thou vinyl attitude, like vinyl supersedes everything else, and it's the top level of listening that you could possibly do is from a record. No, that's not true. There's guys like that have these album these systems that are turntables, and they refer to digital as ones and zeros, and it's something that you just keep hearing parroted back all the time. Ones and zeros, ones and zeros. It's like that's all you hear from these guys, and it's like, no, it's not ones and zeros at all, in fact, and it's nothing close. And your vinyl is fun and it's cool, and I love records, but it's damn it, I just ate some freaking almonds, motherfuckers. It's fun. It's great if you have records, you have albums. I never said throw them out. I don't think they have no value. They have tons of rock memorabilia value or whatever memorabilia. It's cool audio memorabilia. So there's nothing wrong with the records. I freaking love records. Like I said, I worked in a record store in Los Angeles in Venice Beach, California for a long time, man. And I met Rick Rubin there. He was our customer coming in, so I knew who was buying vinyl. It was, in Hollywood and in those areas, it was just a fun job, man. I still dig through the bins when I go to record stores. If I'm driving along or I'm somewhere else, like now I'm up in Blue Ridge, if I see a record store, you bet I'm going to stop in the record store and I'm going to dig through bins and I'm going to look at records. I'm not going to buy any, but I'm going to certainly look at them and reminisce and think they're cool, okay? So having records is cool, right? It's cool, but it doesn't make you something special in hi-fi, okay? It's just like anything else. Look, and for the argument for people that are saying that vinyl is the only way to go because it's analog, it's all true analog. That's where I come in with my tape thing, okay? It's like I've taken the analog thing way past vinyl to master tape. The tapes that I have are the originals. They're not dubs, they're not copies. The band was in the other room when my tape was made, and when that tape was when that magnetism was laid down onto that ferrite or whatever the hell's on there, the band was there. So the tape was made when the band was in that room, okay? So you can't get any more pure than the original recording, okay? So for the people that are trying to say, oh, vinyl is so pure and it's just the purest thing and it's the most whatever, it's like, no, the master tape, the original is the most original thing. You can't, anytime you take it from the original recording any further in analog, you're degrading it, okay? That's the great thing about digital. You don't degrade it when you take it away from the original. It stays exactly the same. Any engineer will tell you digital is superior to analog for recording and production purposes, okay? So let's just get to the bottom of that. You're if you know, and I know you don't like to hear it, but you're not that special that you have all those records. You know, it makes you a music lover, and that's why I like you guys, because we can understand the music thing together, okay? Because you're probably a music freak if you have a huge collection of vinyl, but when you're using that to virtue signal that you're some special audiophile, that's full of BS, you know? You don't need that. And people getting into this don't need vinyl in order to be part of the cool group or it's fun, man. It's nostalgic. That's why I mentioned about the Riga. Look, if you're going to get into vinyl, get it for fun, but don't take it totally serious. If you start taking it serious, you're going down the rabbit hole of vinyl, which is extremely expensive, okay? Because no rig under $50 for vinyl, or 50,000 for vinyl is really world class. You have to go 50 grand at least to get a world-class vinyl rig. Anything below, you're just sort of trying to do it. Then you have to get up and go over there, don't shake the floor, you know, clean this thing off, make sure it's flat, do all this ritual, flip it over every 20 minutes, get up. Now, if you want to be that caveman, like I said, you want to walk around and do that stuff because you love being a caveman, then go be your own caveman, okay? Do it. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with being a cave dude, okay? I'm just trying to tell people getting into it, they don't need to do that, okay? Because some of these channels make it seem, and the media too, the magazines, make it seem like, oh my God, how am I gonna enjoy the music unless I spend $100,000? I mean, you may be misled into thinking that it takes 100 grand plus to have killer sound, and it doesn't. And that's all I'm trying to point across. I'm trying to put that across. So why don't you listen? And instead of making this into your damn argument that your vinyl's so great, why don't you listen to what I'm saying, which is, we're happy for you, okay? We're happy that you got your vinyl. We're happy that you're happy with it. I think it's cool stuff. I'll never do it, okay? Unless it's just to listen to rare out-of-print things that I can't find on digital, then hey, I'll listen to the analog rig. But my tape smacks the shit out of an analog rig. So if I'm going for quality sound, I'm gonna use my tape rig, you know? That's all there is to it. So that's all I wanted to say. You guys are getting your panties in a bind over nothing, you know, and you're trying to make it an analog versus digital disagreement or argument, which is your argument. It's not mine because I didn't bring that up, and that's not at all what I said. That's what you guys trip on, and we got grown men sniveling back and forth like, you know, little hens in the hen house, you know, getting all wigged out over it. And I'm just making a simple statement, man. For new people coming into this, you don't need vinyl. You can completely blow it off. And then, you know, so what? You miss the one or two super rare things that you can't get anywhere else, okay? If you're a collector of that stuff because you're a collector of rock history or punk rock history or whatever, then, dude, go for it. But hats off to the guys that want to have the audio jewelry. You want to buy the things that are turntables that are 3 foot thick with one brass thing spinning this way, one, you know, stainless steel spinning the other way, and all this crap, and you know, and be worried about, you know, don't break that needle, it's an $8,000 cartridge, whatever. If you want to trip on that kind of stuff, go ahead, trip on that stuff. Not my trip, man. So anyways, just want to make that clear. I don't think I'm something special either, okay? I'm just another jackass with an opinion in this whole donkey farm we call life. So, I will see you.